These are my top 5 fitness industry scams. I have been in this fitness industry for 45 plus years. I started training when I was 15 years old. I got addicted to muscle building at a very young age. I wanted to know all there was to know about muscle building. I trained as a nurse as well. I had the opportunity to educate myself. I did courses on nutrition. I did personal training courses. In fact, the first personal training course I did was paid for by the hospital that I worked in, psychiatric hospital. Now things were simple. We had single ingredient foods, we had normal foods, and then everything changed. I watched the transition from what we were doing before, and all of us were healthy. There were no health conditions. The bodybuilders especially were not dying left, right and center. As a gym owner, you didn't see young men and women coming in with spotty faces, with tiredness, with like anxiety, depression and all of that, because we ate proper food. I've seen the transition, and as I'm an older person, I'm in my 60s, and I'm trying to advise you young guys because I know that my advice has helped a lot of people. My Insta following, I get testimonials every single day, like hundreds of them saying, Eddie, you've changed my life. If you want, just check them out because they are mind-blowing and some of them can actually help you. The first scam, I believe, is a calorie counting nonsense. Whenever you mention calories in, calories out, it makes perfect sense. But you see, we are human beings. We are not statues. That will make perfect sense on a machine. The laws of thermodynamics makes perfect sense. But we are human beings. We are governed by hormones. Your boss can say one thing to you at work and change your calorie needs for the day because your cortisol level will go up, your insulin level goes up, and it's about you. We're all individuals that way. Our demands are different. But when you count calories, you're assuming that the food that you're eating, your body can actually break it down and use it. But when you count calories, you're ignoring the actual nutrients. You will lose the weight. But you're not just depriving yourself of energy, you're depriving yourself of nutrients. That is not good for you. You may lose the weight, but you're not actually losing fat. In essence, you're losing tissue. And a lot of that is muscle tissue. Because the foods that you're eating, you're just counting calories. You see a packet of crisps to say, it fits my calories, so I'll have that. But that's not food. If you eat proper food, you find that you don't need to count calories. I'm coming from 6 meals a day. I eat 2 meals a day. And I've got more energy than I did when I was in my 30s. I feel amazing because I've taught my body to become fat adapted. My body knows how to get energy from fats and carbs at the same time. So I'm fat adapted. I don't have to count calories. Some days I may eat about 3,000 calories. Some days I may eat about 1,000 calories. It doesn't affect my weight. Please stop counting calories. Learn to count nutrients instead. Learn to eat the right foods. You'll be fine. I have all of this written in my fat loss ebook and muscle building ebook. I got books that can help you on your way because there are a lot of lies told in the fitness industry. You can get them both in the description below. And by the way, stay around because it's a bonus lie that I'll tell you at the end. People don't realize it's actually not good for you. The second one is pre-workouts. Back in the day, what we called pre-workout was maybe some creatine or citrulline malate. You don't even feel like you've taken anything, but you find that you focus a little bit more. Citrulline malate was good, creatine was okay, and then beta-alanine. In fact, they used to get a combination with all three. Now, most of the pre-workouts that you've got in the gyms and in the shops, they got the same ingredients as the dodgy energy drinks that we're not supposed to drink. So you taking those pre-workouts, they're not good for you, they're just stimulants. So the energy that you're expending when you take the pre-workout, you will actually have to pay back with interest with your health. They're not good for you at all. Just look at the ingredients. Some say, well, it's got a bit of caffeine. You can just have a cup of coffee if you want to train. That's enough. You don't need all the other stuff with it. It's got chemicals, it's got sweetness, it's got all the stuff that, something like guarana. What the hell is guarana? Nobody knows where it comes from. I'm telling you that you would never need a pre-workout if you learn to eat properly. If you're eating the foods that I describe in my muscle building ebook, what you do is that you actually teaching your body to use both fatty acids and carbohydrates as its energy source, and you find that your muscle building will be so quick. If you want to have energy to train, eat the foods that tell your body to release the energy for you straight away, and those are foods with a lot of fat, avocado, cheese, olives, nuts. You can even use the animal fat. Those pre-workouts are not good for you. If you eat properly, you will not need them. And the reason why you take them is because you're eating the wrong food. And if you don't stop eating them, eventually they will have it cause you problems, gut problems, kidney problems. So be aware of that. The third thing is the cereal bars. Whenever I see somebody eating that, I get worried for them because that's junk food. Doesn't matter how you cut it, that's junk food. All carbohydrates are glucose molecules put together differently. As soon as you put a piece of sweet potato in your mouth, the enzyme in your mouth, amylase, starts breaking it down. Mastication, that's chewing. It's part of the digestive process. Your body breaks it down straight away, starts breaking it down. Within minutes, it's already in your bloodstream. So there's not much difference between the time it takes the sweet potato to get into your bloodstream and the squares bars. But the problem with the squares bars, they got all these chemicals and other stuff with it. It may taste good, but it's just ultra processed foods. It's not good for you. Please don't eat them because you're busy building muscle now, but there will be consequences later because I've seen people with health problems, people with digestive problems. So one of the lads I used to train, he was British champion. He's got a colostomy bag now because the foods that he was eating normal foods, but nobody told him. I couldn't get enough time to say to him, look, stop eating this kind of stuff. Take all your carbs out and replace them with good fats. The fourth one is a low fat products. If you're buying stuff that it says low fat on it, to make something low fat, they have to either take something out of it or add something to it. When I was doing the lean protein and carbohydrates route, with the lean protein and carbohydrate route, the protein that we used was chicken breast without the skin on, tuna, cod, stuff like that. That's lean protein. But they all came from natural sources. They were all single ingredient foods. But I see these kids coming in buying all these things. It says low fat. This is all nonsense. It's destroyed product. It's destroyed food, something that's low fat. Unless it's chicken breast, like I said, tuna without the skin on, cod, all of that. Nature made that. If you buy yogurt that says low fat, you have to take some of the fat out and start adding other stuff into it, stabilizing that to bring it back to its original taste. And they never succeed. And the food never is right. It's been destroyed. That's destroyed food. So don't buy anything that says low fat. Number 5, the last one, that's the high protein. In marketing, my oldest daughter, she did marketing at university, and there's a section, consumer behavior. They watch what you do. They know exactly what you're doing. They know how you're thinking. The buzzword is high protein because we've been told that protein is important for our health. So they start making us products. Anything that says high protein on it, it's not food. The fact that they've got to tell you that it's high protein. Real protein is what comes from an animal. Not even in plants, because plants don't store their energy as protein. I'm afraid most plants store their energy as carbohydrates. So it's ludicrous when I get my protein from lentils because it's just like getting your water from urine. There's not much protein. The protein there is not bioavailable. Your body doesn't absorb it properly. You need a protein that's got a complete amino acid profile. If you see a product with high protein in it, just read the back of it because high protein is just to get your attention. Don't buy it. If you want to build muscle, as human beings, you use animal protein. We eat the muscle of an animal. That's what we're supposed to do. Turn to the back of the product and read the ingredients. See if you want to eat modified cornstarch. See if you want to eat emulsified. See if you want to eat the guar gum and xanthan gum. Where did they come from? Who makes them? These are not products. These are things that people made. So they're not food. They are products that have been made in laboratories just to take your money. Now, I said that there was one last bonus, lie that we've all bought into. Wherever you go, there are studies that say this, and we've done all these studies, we've done all this research, but it's all nonsense. It's all a lie because I was there when it all started. Guys, if you enjoyed this and you want us to provide more content and videos for you, please subscribe to our channel and drop us a like. And the bonus lie is whey protein. Whenever I say this, I get a lot of pushback from the fitness industry. It's nonsense. Read the ingredients of most of the whey protein tabs. There's nothing in it that belongs in the human body. It's not food. I know so many people, when they drink whey protein, it gives them bad guts. But they think, oh no, that's what I need. That's not what you need. When you eat an egg, 48% of that egg can turn into muscle tissue. When you eat the same amount of whey protein, it's about 16%. It isn't food. This is something that somebody's made to take your money. It's a business. Whey is not food. If you want to build muscle, the bonus point is stop drinking whey protein. Replace all your protein with animal protein. Eat red meat, eat lamb, eat chicken, eat fish, eat eggs all the time. Eggs are the best. So if you want to build muscle, this is what you do. Guys, thank you for watching.